All right, should be ready to go live. Um, Hello. This stream was originally supposed to happen a couple days ago, but my apologies. Stuff came up, and yeah, stuff piles up on you occasionally. But the less we put this one off, ultimately, the better, because we gotta rip this band-aid off. For those of you who are not aware, for an April Fool's stream earlier this year, I made it clear that I was gonna play through the entirety of the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure 2. But I pulled a bait and switch at the beginning and loaded up the 360 version of Sonic 06 instead, after playing the SA2 trial disc. So, what I ended up doing was I played through a bit of Sonic's story, got to Iblis Phase 2, and gave up. Partially because the boss was frustrating me, and also partially because my roommate at the time had just walked in during one of my attempts, and, you know, I was weird about streaming when he was in there. It says, please reconnect controller. But yeah, here we are to not exactly finish Sonic's story, but to at least get further. I'm not sure how long the stream's going to go on, but what I do know is that tonight I'll be doing another stream at 9 p.m. Central. I'll make a tweet about that when this stream's done. And for that one, we're going to be finishing Yoshi's Island, finally. Going through all of World 6. But in the here and now, it's Sonic 06. And something kind of morbidly funny, but also kind of inconvenient, is that Twitch's dashboard recognizes, I'm pretty sure, basically every other Sonic game that's been released up to this point, but they don't recognize that Sonic 06 is a thing. They have the original Sonic 1, which, as you all know, has the same title, but they don't have the 2006 game, so I had to improvise, just putting the original game's title, and hopefully people recognize from the thumbnail that this is not the Genesis Classic. So, yeah, like I said, we've gotten to Iblis Phase 2. We're about 45% through Sonic's story. We have Shadow and Silver unlocked, but I haven't played through any of their stories, obviously. So yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah. Iblis Phase 2 is not a good boss.
I found a Chaos Emerald.
Don't touch it!
You're about to see why.
What? What's this?
Also, a big difference from the first Sonic 06 stream is that my apartment has much better Wi-Fi than the dorm I was staying at did. So hopefully we won't have a goddamn PowerPoint presentation halfway through the stream. Also, this means that I can obviously stream at 720p 60 instead of just keeping it at 480p. And yeah, this is the only... I believe this is the only 7th gen Sonic game released on consoles anyway to run at 60 frames per second, not counting the HD re-releases of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Classics. Not like that saves this game. Far from it. In fact, if you're playing the PS3 version, I'm pretty sure you're prone to a lot more frame drops.
Is there some way to draw him in?
PS3 version just runs worse overall. Okay. So what we're going to want to do here is wait for Iblis to spawn these smaller platforms leading up to these balls of light here. And then once we get to a ball of light, we're going to homing attack it and bait Iblis in to go get it. And then we homing attack the horn on his head. And except for those select moments, like right there, the camera never really focuses on the boss. It's unfortunate. Now's our chance. Oh. Alright. Minus that little snafu with the rings there. So far so good, I guess. The reason this boss sucks is because it's so goddamn slow. Yeah, and of course he taunts you by having the platform still there at first, but then he just knocks him down. Yeah. And as y'all probably already know, the reason I'm getting back to this game in the first place is because the Kingdom Hearts slot is vacant because of my PS3 still having laser issues. Alright, halfway done. Yeah, if there's a way we can somehow hashtag speedrun strats. If there's a way we can somehow finish Sonic's story in the stream today. Oh crap. That was a bad idea. In trying to speedrun, I didn't consider it, yeah. There's no easy way to get there twice in a row. Yeah, I'd like to finish Sonic's story in the stream today. Because that's less I gotta put off, you know?
It's a little too far to attack. Is there some way to draw him in?
Yeah, it's 2:20 right now. I'll probably go till about 6:30 or 7. And then, like I said, I'll come back at 9 with Yoshi's Island.
Watch out, Sonic! Against something that large, you won't have a chance on the soft footholds.
Alright, dance your platforms into existence. Ain't got all day. Also, for those of you who haven't looked at my Twitter, so my Friday stream that was originally supposed to end off the Dreamcast generator discs had a video glitch, and I didn't realize it till I was offline. So what I'm going to end up doing for that is just have that be a locally recorded video, and then that'll be uploaded to my channel, to YouTube. Because it's like, assuming I give the same amount of tries to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which I might not even, now that I have a better understanding of how to control it and stuff, it's like barely 40 minutes worth of content, so... I've had short streams before, don't get me wrong, but, hey, the Mega Man 11 demo comes to mind, that was last year. But, that being said, I do prefer my streams to be a bit longer, you know, so we can get more covered. And that's the big reason why the last Kingdom Hearts session was 3.5 hours long. And why I made the later World of Light sessions as long as they were. But I also recognize that, you know, I don't always have all the time in the world. Despite my college schedule right now being a bit more lenient, you know. Duty calls and gotta get money too. What the? There it goes again, my controller is randomly disconnecting. Might be a battery thing. Ah, shit. That eye has a bigger hitbox than you think it does. I need rings. Oh my god. It's gotta be the freaking battery. Yeah. I should have seen that when I opened the home menu earlier to test things. Okay, so I will be right back. I will go get some replacement double A's real quick. Really should have double checked on that. My apologies. Alright, we're back. Got new batteries, let's do this. Confirming, yeah. Full capacity. Oh shit. That's right, we were homing attacking this light here.
Hey, what's wrong? Is that size just for show?
Sonic, I'm honestly more concerned about the size of the boss fight and the length of it rather than Iblis's physical size. Just bad. No excuse. A lot of waiting around. Come on.
Sonic, it's coming!
Okay, I don't remember this from videos I saw.
It's dazed from the impacts. Now's your chance, Sonic.
There we go. Okay, so you don't even need the lights for the last hit. It's a relief, I guess. Nah, not even 20 minutes in and we already got some dropped frames, I see. Ugh. Dropped frames lead to desynced audio in the game. I don't like that. Leads to desynced audio and eventually it can potentially lead to PowerPoint presentations. And I don't stream PowerPoint presentations, I stream video games.
No problem.
C for crap. 'Cause that's what that boss was. What I am hoping for actually is for some of Sonic's gem upgrades to be unlocked, so we can at least mess around with some of those. I don't know when exactly they become available in the shop, but hopefully pretty soon. One thing I do know for sure is I think Radical Train is next, and we get the bounce bracelet.
Chaos control!
To be continued.
Ow!
Ah, we got some slowdown in that cutscene there.
Looks like we made it back in one piece.
Where did Shadow and Rouge
I haven't
go?
seen like over
Did
half
they
it.
appear
Like
someplace
a lot of
else?
these cutscenes, this is my first time seeing them in 60 frames per second. Because for some reason, a lot of people on YouTube don't want, even though we have 60 FPS capabilities now, they don't show it, and they just record it in 30 frames, or they upload it in 30 frames. Hell, even if you've heard of Snapcube, her real-time fan dub of this game that she did with a bunch of people, that's in 30 frames. I mean, it's only cutscenes, so yeah. I guess it helps for like a cinematic feel, I guess you could say. Considering that thing's like almost an hour and a half long. But yeah, it's still kind of jarring to see most of these in 60 frames for the first time. Alright, we got a shop here. Because this town's too strapped for cash to afford like real shops. They gotta put it through this cheap ass screen here. Bounce bracelet is 2,000. Yep, Eggman got on the train, so That's a surefire sign that Radical Train is next. We're getting a lot of stuttering, like, short stops in the hub world here, I've noticed. Don't really remember that happening in the last session. Simple as that. And Tails and Knuckles stay behind for whatever reason. For plot reasons. Oh, I've got a new follower. Sweet. Ula30. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was going to say, for plot reasons, Tails and Knuckles can't be there. Otherwise, Sonic rescues Elise from Eggman, and the plot doesn't keep repeating like the lazy writing says it should. Hold on just one second. Oh, you gotta turn that off. I'm just bringing up the stream on my phone so I can look at the chat. Because my buddy Austin ain't here to read it for me. I think he's doing school stuff right now. Yeah, friggin' ad. Electrical longboard? No, it's just it's a bot thing. Just a quick moment here. Alright, how can I keep this upright? I'll just keep it right there. Or, I guess I can just keep OBS minimized here and have Firefox open with the stream. Yeah. Should be a little easier. Hopefully it doesn't impact my frame rate. Alright. And of course I have it muted on my laptop so as to not hear myself, you know. Okay. So, from what I understand, Radical Train is it's a time limit, a timed level without necessarily having a time limit, if that makes sense. You're wanting to race to the train and hit these switches so the train doesn't explode. Because otherwise, Elise gets killed, and we don't want that. I mean, some of you might want that, but I don't know. We wouldn't really have a game if that happened.
Hurry up and cross this scale. Does this conveyor change direction?
Oops! Whoa! Look at my monitor for a second, and I almost jump dashed right off the edge. Yeah, that's right. They want you to really use the bounce bracelet now. It's so weird. Like, I don't know. It's floatier, almost a bit floatier than the one in Adventure 2. Yes, I know. Okay, wow. Oh shit! Just in time. Well, with some slowdown to boot. They put that there on purpose.
Hurry!
You better hurry. Where's the...
Yes!
Oh, you gotta...
I'll be able to
Yeah.
move faster if I go on top of the train instead of being on the rails.
Upwards, gravity-defying homing attack.
Those enemies seem to be protecting Cage for some reason.
Yeah,
First,
as Sonic would say, I was too slow. Yeah, I'm just gonna not waste my time with any of these guys here.
I better hurry! I'll be able to move faster if I go on top of the train instead of being on the rails.
What the hell? Yeah, I was fucked there because camera was spazzing out for a moment.
I better hurry!
I better hurry.
If I go on top of the train instead of being on the rails.
Oh, there it goes again. Unresponsive as shit.
Those enemies seem to be protecting that cage for some reason. I've got to defeat them first.
All one enemy there. Alright. You don't know grammar.
Elisa's train is... Uh-oh! Gotta speed up!
No, oh no, I lost the silver medal. Who cares? Okay. That's what I get for missing the silver medal, apparently. Just instant death and clipping through a wall.
Uh-oh! Gotta speed up!
Oh, oops.
Elisa's train is... Uh-oh!
Never tire of how silly that dying animation looks. Just breakdancing to your doom. Okay, I don't know how that happened. It's like, how are you supposed to react to that as a first-time player? That doesn't know what to expect, I should stress.
Is Elise on board?
Okay, I got at least one silver medal this level.
I'm almost there! Elise, hang on! Just made it.
Now, if we were, oops, I almost hit the mic there. Now, if we were playing Shadow or Silver Story here, we'd be in for another annoying boss fight with you know who, or playing as you know who.
There will be no more
But luckily, since we're Sonic, we don't have to deal with that.
Trigger must die.
Sonic.
Once again, he just doesn't bother with Silver and Sonic there. You'd swear they were working together,
To end this.
Silver and Eggman.
Nephilis, why are you getting in my way? I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
I can't help but feel the frame rate looks weird on the stream feed compared to the TV. I don't know, might be my... I did recently, just before the stream, I did the most recent hotfix, the update.
Now stop it.
So
You have nowhere to go.
maybe that
I
has
would
something to do
rather
with it.
die than be your prisoner again.
So what are you going to do, princess? Do you plan to jump?
Don't do it!
Farewell.
He just lets her do that.
You won't get away that easily.
Give me back my gamer girl, Sonic! It's weird to think that fan dub didn't exist back when I did the first session. Now that thing's just everywhere. Alright, Egg Genesis. From what I've seen, this boss doesn't seem as painful as the others. Still pretty uninspired, but at least it's not going to be at least it's not going to be super frustrating like Silver was, or that much of a boring waiting game like
You think you can intimidate me
Iblis
with
was.
just your size? Come on, let's see what you can do.
There's actually two ways to attack this thing because of how it's programmed. They did not intend for you to do that. They just left it in as a placeholder, I guess, from the time Silver fights this boss. So those enemies are just sitting there doing jack all. I'll attack him 2 times this way, and the other time's the normal way.
Alright, you're going down.
Just casually go through the top of it.
Begin charging core laser. Take this, Sonic.
Or no. One more time. For the meme. And then I'll attack the last... Okay. The last hit will be the normal way.
Sonic, run!
Okay, that happened. Here we go. Yeah, they want you to... Okay. They want you to get up here and bounce attack it. At least if it worked. There we go. You gotta do it when it raises up. Rises, whatever. And now for a bit of a nostalgia rush, except
Sonic, look
not
out!
really.
The fortress is crashing!
Get it? Because Egg Viper did the same thing. Desperation attack.
Too easy. No sweat.
You know the stream thing I said earlier about the quality? Yeah, it's probably because it's auto. I don't have it set to 720p 60.
That was a gutsy move back there.
Well, I was desperate, and I just
Except
had
now
to get
it's
away.
looking even weirder,
I
like
owe
it was
you a
stuttering a
lot,
bit when
Sonic.
Sonic walked there. Might just be my PC's
Sonic!
I'll head
yeah,
into
it's
the
my
jungle.
CPU usage because OBS
Okay.
just shot up in terms of that. Keep it minimized. That might help. Yeah, and like a super small window, yeah, it looks smooth as hell. PC sometimes does the same thing to play in videos locally. I'll just test some movement just to make sure, because I don't want the archive looking bad, you know, due to something I could easily fix, or just be sure to look out for.
If we work together, I'm sure we'll
So
be able to
yeah,
get
you
past
remember
the
that move that let you walk on the sand from Dusty Desert? You got to do that same thing here. Tropical Jungle. Again, this is one that I've also heard is relatively less offensive than others in the game. Because it's one where you only have like the one load time at the very beginning, kind of like Dusty Desert was.
Let's run straight up.
Certainly more, I guess, more straightforward than how maze-like Silver and Rouge's version is in other stories, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Sonic, it looks like you can grab that bomb.
Oh, whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, I got too hasty there.
Let's run straight up.
Sonic, it looks like you can grab that bomb. If you jump when the bud is glowing, you may be able to jump higher.
There we go.
We're getting out of the cave.
Whoops. Didn't jump at the right time off the line. And that was my... Fuck, that was my last life. Wait. Hold on. 2005, 11:22. Yeah, my my time is off in the 360 if you couldn't already tell. I will be right back, actually. I'll actually load up the level first, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, BRB. Alright, I'm back. In the time of my break, we somehow managed to get like 24 more dropped frames, even though it was literally just the BRB screen, but whatever. Let's try that again.
Let's run straight up.
Sonic, it looks like you can grab that bud. If you jump when the bud is glowing, you may be able to jump higher.
So something sort of related. I say sort of, but it's related to Princess Elise tangentially. Her voice actress, Lacey Chabert. A lot of you might know her from Mean Girls. I watched that movie basically in, like, minus the first 30 minutes, but I watched that movie, or most of it, for the first time last week, I think it was. And it's a good time. I think it's, not, I don't want to say underrated, but I forgot just how funny it was from, like, the little I'd seen in it previously. It's a good time. That was what I wanted to relate this back to. Obviously, I mean, I was comparing apples and oranges here, but yeah, Sonic 06 is nowhere near as much a good time as stuff like Mean Girls is. For me, anyway. There we go. Didn't die this time. No, my silver medal.
Let's rip.
Oh, never mind. I lied. Dusty Desert's the one with only one load screen. My bad. I didn't actually know this had 2 segments to it. Or, I didn't remember it from the videos I saw anyway. Right, because they want to bring this back.
You will be able to
That's
walk on the
right. I remember. I remember this now.
Gotta make sure I don't fall in the water.
I think the slowdown there, otherwise I might not have reacted in time with the right trigger. Oh, I didn't even see that rail there. Also, yeah, this is the only time Sonic's gameplay uses that bar in any meaningful way. It was originally, I think I might have said this in the first session, but yeah, his gems were originally supposed to run on energy from that lower bar. But because the game was rushed out the door, they didn't have time to implement it. Yet the instruction manual still talks about it, because it was, I guess it was programmed with yeah, the more developed builds in mind. So yeah, Sonic's gems basically have infinite energy. That's what I'm trying to get at. This game has so many goddamn gold medals.
Looks like we've lost them.
I'll settle things here. Elise, you should go back to the castle.
Okay. Sonic? It's so beautiful. I've never seen so many flowers before.
I was about to make a fatal information mistake. I was gonna say this is like Sonic's first speaking CGI appearance, but
Once you defeat
that's actually Heroes.
you'll leave, won't you?
Because Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 had CG cutscenes, but no real, with a couple of exceptions, no real talking in them.
Though I've been frightened
Also,
many
Sonic's mouth
times,
just disappears there, like
I
his
still enjoyed
his
this
smile
adventure.
disappears.
It allowed me to be something other than a princess. I was able to be myself. A girl.
It sounds like being a princess isn't that easy.
It isn't sometimes, but I love this country. Everyone in the castle, the children, all my citizens, really. The same love my late father and mother had.
Don't cry, Elise.
Your eyes just make her look like a goddamn
Become a
alien
strong
in this
woman
cutscene.
who doesn't cry, no matter what happens.
And so
It's not an original observation, I
my
know,
best
but
to protect my country.
it's hard not to take notice
I
of.
understand everything my parents said to me now. Sonic, if you leave here to go on another adventure, remember this place.
Definitely.
Oh, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
I'm fine. Sorry. I mustn't cry.
I got another follower, Red Guy 834. Thank you very much.
Elise, smile.
More fan service incoming.
Ruler of Soliana, by refusing to negotiate with me,
Where have I seen this before?
failure to do so on time will result in my leveling of this city so that nothing but ashes remain.
Miss Elise! I cannot allow harm to come to my people.
All right.
It is my duty as Princess of Soliana to go.
Because I must
There is
continue
no
this
other
repetitive
choice.
story structure. So at this point, Sonic's basically off doing fuck all, and we gotta play Wave Ocean again as Tails this time because the game says so. Also, I strongly believe at this point in time that we'll probably finish Sonic's story early.
Please help her.
In that case, like, cause it's 3:11 right now, and I was projecting that we'd be finished at like 6:30. If that's the case, I'm either ending the stream at 6:30 or whenever we get done with Sonic's story. I might try. I don't know. Like there's stuff in this game that I'm morbidly curious about. I might try like a very hard mode version of one of the levels I have, or one of Sonic's levels anyway. So I've actually played a few of those already, just off stream. But I could attempt, let's just say, Radical Train or fuck, even Kingdom Valley. Which, not looking into those 3 Trials of Ciliana. I just remembered those were a thing. God damn.
Lisa's on that battleship? Wait up! We're coming!
Yay for redundancy. Fuck y'all. Okay, that... Never mind. You can go fuck off and die.
Whoa! My head's spinning!
So yeah, we're going through Sonic's section of the level again as Tails, and yeah, modifications have to be made because obviously Tails can't do the quick time event-esque wall jumping, so like springs are added in place of that, and he doesn't have the light dash either. That being said, we'll still try and fly up here. Barely makes it. So slow. Almost didn't make it there. What the? Did I go? Am I going backwards through the thing? Yeah. What? I was doing nothing but holding down there, I'm pretty sure. This camera and this camera and these physics are something else, I swear. Get another flying destination you barely make it to. Want nothing to do with you. And now we're in Tails' section of the level again. So redundancy times 2. Not the first time this happens, by the way. Far from it. Or I guess not really. The other characters have, at least with the other characters' cases, Rouge goes through Tropical Jungle, but Shadow doesn't, and Blaze goes through Wave Ocean, but Silver doesn't. This is the only time out of those that Tails literally repeats a level that Sonic already played.
Well, not bad.
And then if I remember correctly, here's where we're just suddenly lumped back into Sonic's gameplay. Because he was off doing fuck all. Or no, we get this cutscene first.
So much of my time. If you had cooperated with me earlier, I wouldn't have had to do this.
What are you trying to do, Dr. Eggman? Why do you wish to revive the flames of disaster?
Did your parents
Caucasity
ever
of this
disclose to you
bitch.
anything about Solaris? Solaris's secrets are in his eternal flames.
Oh
His
man,
power
if I were
can
allowed to,
change time.
if I were allowed
And
to,
even manipulate the fabric
let's
of
just say,
time
if we had
itself.
thicker walls here, I might actually get into
I
an
wish to
impression
obtain
of
this
Alfred's
power.
Eggman voice.
And dominate everything in this world.
Unfortunately,
From the past,
yeah.
all the
Ah,
way to
shit,
the
we saw his eyes.
future.
You wish to rule over time?
Yes, truly.
Yeah, I was saying, our
And the
walls are pretty
secret-
thin here. So, unfortunately.
It remains dormant in you, princess.
Frank Ocean can't save you now. Seriously, if you haven't watched that dub already, I really recommend it. It's
The
great.
Princess of Soliana
It's
is
an
the
hour and a half
seventh
long,
Chaos
like I
Emerald.
said, so it's a big time commitment,
Once I
but
have
it's worth it.
everything, the fate of the whole world will change. And one of the beautiful gems is just ahead.
Chaos Emerald located.
Finally. Now, let's go collect that
Okay.
Chaos Emerald.
He started talking before his mouth even started moving. New low, new low.
Eggman will probably go to the ancient castle. Let's get there first and save Elise.
Let's save her dies. Nope. Cannot go through there. And I actually forget what's right next up. Okay. It has always been a holy place and only those of the royal family. No, I'm not walking Pele the beloved dog. Fuck that. Oops. Yeah, actually do your fucking job. Sonic, what are you doing that stumbling animation for? Oh shit. Actually, you know what? For the meme, let's do this and then the Pele dog mission, because, yeah. I have a feeling I'll still finish this on time to eat dinner and possibly... No, I'm not going to the store tonight. Eat dinner before the Yoshi's Island stream later. Alright. Yeah, he is no match for me. Is that Pele? Huh. I guess the spikes that Clement complained about, those were probably on like a different pathway. The one I avoided taking back there with the alley. That was a fucking pushover. Can I be your apprentice? No. Just no.
Too easy. No sweat.
Redo it for an S rank. Ha 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 ha. No. There's not enough time in the day. There's enough time in the day to race him and to walk Pele and finish Sonic Stream all in that time before Yoshi's Island and dinner. But redoing that mission for an S rank, no, just no. Especially when taking the Trials of Soleanna, Kingdom Valley, Aquatic Base, and Egg Wyvern into mind. Alright. Let's walk Pele. Wow, the loading markers actually stopped on top of the text. Don't think I've ever seen that. Alright. So we gotta find him first before we actually walk him. So I've never played this mission before, so no clue what to expect. That's another reason I'm playing it, I guess, because most of this game I've seen, well, basically the whole story scenario I've seen in video form, but I have no clue what to expect for like a good 80% of these town missions. I mean, granted, that's because all of them are, well, almost all of them are optional, but the ones that are mandatory, and even the meme ones, like, well, the ones that are mandatory, I basically know, but optional ones like this, yeah. Gotta really look around. Come on. Come on, Pele, where are you? Seriously. What? Okay. I swear running into that locked up my controls for like a good 2 seconds. Where's this fucking dog? Oh, he's over there. Alright. Real specific. Pointing. Just, it's a general direction. What weird music for walking a dog. Oh, there you are. Alright, this way. Pele. What the... Okay. Follow me. Go real slow and okay, just slide along the wall there, Sonic. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Camera spaz out. Camera spaz out some more. Okay, we gotta walk really slow. Otherwise he can't... Or no. No, he can keep up with us, so yeah. Just come over here. I'm awaiting that D rank. Or no. No, I was right. You do have to slow down for him. Where the fuck did he go? Did he reset positions because I went too fast? He was like, oh no, the master went away. I gotta pop out of existence. Yeah, that is what happened. Alright. We literally do have to walk the dog. Okay. Come over here. You have to be slow and you gotta stay in his line of sight. Oh my god. Now I see why Clement hates this. Goes against the very principles of Sonic. Dog is spazzing down the stairs. Alright. Come over here. I'll make sure not to leave you behind. Though I am kind of tempted to just run far ahead and just see him pop out of existence. With the camera still pointed this way. Oh my god. This is awful. Even disregarding the fact that, you know, I spent so long looking for him. I guess I should have noticed the star on the mini-map, but it's whatever. The very content that you do once you get to the meat of the mission. This is boring. I'm literally inching along for this fucking dog. I can see this maybe being like a fun and charming thing in, say, Mario Odyssey, but not in a Sonic game. Like, what? Yay, camera gets stuck on the fucking... Ugh. Follow me, you stupid dog. You're making me look bad. Come on. What a frame to freeze on.
Man, today's not my day.
I didn't hear what Sonic said, but I assume he's disappointed. Alright, meet the bishop. More stuttering, don't you just love it? What? It would have only taken a minute. We're invading the town to look for... No! I'm looking for the bishop, not looking to help fight against random robots.
Hey.
Ring race? No! I did Sonic and Pele because they're or Sonic Man and Pele because they're memes, not because they were really generic ones on the side that amount to like a basic time killer at best.
Hey.
All right, we've got some of the gems unlocked. Sweet. Allows you to use a tornado custom action, slow, Mach speed. We don't get any of the really game-breaking ones yet, unfortunately, but this is a nice little start here. I guess the blue gem? Or no, I'm gonna save my money. Where is this bishop? Actually, I noticed something there. He's in here? Oh no, that's where I need to head next. Or no. That's Aquatic Base. That's Sonic's last level, but the portal is visible as early as right now, apparently. Maybe even earlier. So yeah, if good luck to first-time players trying to figure that out if they get confused and try and get in there. Of course, knowing this game, there's probably a glitch to get in there through clipping. I would not doubt it. Tails keeps falling in the goddamn water. He's a klutz. In this game specifically, I must stress.
Hey.
My God, I've circled this city multiple times. I still don't know where this goddamn bishop is. What the? Tails died somehow, alright. Nothing important up here. Well, nothing important except you can just admire the shittiness of the camera and also the utter dullness of the city. Twin Day ×2, I guess? Random silver medal with... That's some day drinking gone wrong right there. Oh, wow. Again with the camera. Still intend to finish Sonic's story today, but not if I can't find the goddamn bishop anywhere. Up here? No? I mean, why would he be on top of on a rooftop anyway? This is getting real tiring. Where you at? Whatever you say, whatever you say. This is the okay. That's the bishop. Yes. 3 Trials of Soliana. Here we go. I'm going to be sure and save before this, so in case well, before and after each trial. So if I die if I get a game over during Kingdom Valley, I don't have to redo these all over again. Oops.
Hey.
So, contrary to what I previously believed, you have to complete these in a set order. Trial of Knowledge. Or Test of Intelligence, as the loading screen says. Although really it's more like Trial and Error, because this one is basically just taking portals and hoping you pick the right one, because only one set of them leads to the very end. Others will just take you in a goddamn circle. Because that's the way. And guess what? Silver has to do 3 very similar trials when we get to his story, so that'll be fun.
Touching a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Oh, oops.
Touching
Nope.
a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. 4. Eeny, meeny, miny. Nope.
Touching a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Don't you just love this game's jump control?
Touching a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Yeah, they shouldn't call this the Test of Intelligence. They should call it the Trial of Errors or the Test of Memory, more like, because the only way you're going to get an S rank on this, it's not going to happen your first try, is to write down the order on a sheet of paper and memorize it. Right here, perhaps? Nope. Right back at the beginning.
Touching a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Seen this one? Nope. Probably the one to the left of that.
Far away in a flash.
Although I swear I tried that one previously and it didn't work. Nope, just takes me back to the second one. So try that one, that one. Well, which one is it?
Touching a warp hole will send me far away in a flash.
Which one is it, game? Well, I guess there's this one behind me. There we go. Touching the goal ring wasn't enough, was it? We had to have 2 more loading screens instead of just 1.
Hey.
Man, today's not my day.
Said today's not my day. Alright. Alright, second trial's over here. Yeah, I realized I didn't save before that, but really what matters is saving before and saving after.
Hey.
Test of courage. Now, if I remember correctly, I think you have to fight a bunch of robots here with no rings. Yeah. You get 0 rings whatsoever. At least it's not timed, I can be thankful for that. At least assuming you're not going for the S rank. What? They leave behind the shock residue and that kills you? Alright. Also, my controller disconnected again. Either... Okay. That must have just been an error on their part.
Hey.
And we gotta sit through that loading. Let's hope that's the only time we fail that, because there is literally no way to fail the third one.
Hey. Hey.
Alright. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. If any of those slow-ass missiles hit me, I would have... that would have just pissed me off to no end. Okay. As long as I keep up a steady stream of homing attacks, this shouldn't be that much of an issue. Shouldn't be in the key order. Alright. Second try. We're done with the most painful one. Yeah, the first one is a slog, but that's really just it. It's a slog.
Hey.
Like, it's painful, but more so to just get through rather than the chance of you, like, dying. Like this past one was. And then, like I said, the third one,
Too easy.
there's basically no
sweat.
way to fail it. You're gonna S-rank it your first try unless you just put down the controller and forget to pause the game or something. How long have we been going for? An hour and a half, looks like.
Hey.
This may be the most difficult, I mean, I guess, for Sonic mentally, but from the player's perspective, this is by and large the easiest one.
Hey.
Lose something in order to gain something. That sounds familiar. Looks at Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
You'll choose me, won't you, Sonic?
Sure.
Sonic, you kept
'Cause you're
Sonic,
canon.
I knew you would come.
What the heck? Invisible walls abound.
Sonic, you came!
Hey.
Yes. Alright. Just accidentally jumped into the wrong portal for a moment there, I guess.
Hey.
Also, I don't know, like, canonically at this point, Elise is supposed to be captured. This
That
is
was
just
incredible.
getting into, like, the, canon of it. She can't be right there, you know? For the purposes of this trial, like, they can't be, like, the actual characters. They just have to be, like, projections or something. The game doesn't make that clear, but, yeah. Just canonically, that makes no sense. And then once again, right here, Tails is standing by the portal, but he doesn't follow us into the level. Hell, he's not even a solid object. I mean, look at this. The top of his head looked awfully flat there. Never noticed that until this viewing of this cutscene.
You look like you're in a hurry. So, what's going on? Circumstances have changed. I need to rescue the princess.
Alright. It only takes 2 sentences to get him back on Sonic's side. If only real life worked like that. Sorting out misunderstandings with a couple sentences. I mean, largely depends, I know, but yeah. Alright, Kingdom Valley, one of the toughest stages in the game, and the one that was showcased at E3, I believe, when this game was announced. E3 05, I want to say? This was also featured in the Sonic 06 demo, which you can't really play anymore to my knowledge. Maybe if it's still installed to your system, but it's not on the marketplace, I know that much. Hell, I don't even think the PlayStation Network got it, for that matter. Oh, there's our wonderful homing attack doing its work there.
Silver, we don't have time. Let's get to Elise right away.
And this level certainly got a lot going for it in terms of theme, because I would say it's like one of the more distinct levels in the game, because it's obviously like older areas near castle, the old castle of Soliana, right? And it's got cool mechanics such as grinding on the water, like you saw, and I think it's X, yeah. And yeah, towards the end, we even got like a cool, uncharacteristically easy Mach speed section that would have been pretty cool to see in Generations, honestly. It would be one less city level, considering all the city levels we got in that game. Not to say that Crisis City was bad, it's just, this would have given us more aesthetical variety. Yet another silver medal gone. Oh, fuck. Alright. Fly like an eagle, take me out of this shitty game. Alas, we're not so lucky. And we're back to 0.0% in terms of dropped frames, so that's good. Despite an increase from 82 earlier. I gotta figure out what's up with that. Alright. You can infamously, if you have the right colored gem upgrades for Sonic, you can skip forward at this point and run into another Sonic that loads further into the level. It's designed for switching back to him once you're through with Silver's section here. Alright, I have not played Silver in forever. My very first experience playing this game at my friend Ethan's house a few years ago, that was playing as Silver. So that's right. You don't. You want to get up close, pimp slap the robots, and then pick them up with psychokinesis. And then they just. Even if you just do that, throw them into nothing in particular, they just phase out of existence.
I can manage this game like
And obviously, because we're playing Silver at this point and we haven't done any of his levels, we don't have any of his upgrades, like the ground slam, the ground pound that stuns a lot of enemies in a particular area. There we go. So my mindset with enemies in this area should just be to only kill the ones that are mandatory, because I'm still not used to Silver's mechanics yet. Like, it's bad enough that you have another gameplay style suddenly thrust upon you. Like, it's a cool idea in concept to have the characters team up with each other in the stories, but Silver's gameplay is so radically different from Sonic's. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Also, yeah, as you saw me doing there, you can abuse the meter draining. So like, you can basically get close to infinite flight, or you can like just at least extend it. Because here's how fast it drains if you just fly normally. The rapid fire flying is much preferable if you want to conserve energy. And once again, I don't think the developers really intended for you to do that. Great, great, great. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's... Oh, I was gonna say there's no way to pick up the spike balls, but even though I could have sworn there was a way, sure enough there is. That's right, you make little box platforms appear here. Oops. Come on, silver medal. There we go. Okay, have basically no invincibility frames there, but considering the rapid fire cuts your rings down one by one, sort of makes sense. There we go. Once you remember to, like, tap on the right trigger and then push X immediately after, killing enemies, like, when they're right in front of you shouldn't be too bad. They could have done so much more with the concept, though. Because most of this just boils down to picking up stuff with the psychokinesis and throwing it at enemies, or just taking the enemies apart, throwing literally, using literally their own limbs to attack them. Shit. There we go.
Hey, not bad.
Alright, suddenly we're back over here. Is this what I think it is? I think we've gotten to the really cool Mach speed section I was talking about. Or no. This might just be another platforming section entirely. We're about to find out. Yep. It's a platforming section. That's right, because you run down the roof there, I guess.
Seem to be protecting the door for some reason. Looks like we gotta defeat them first. Okay. Piece of cake, no sweat. Let's try going up.
That was a close call. section back there just goes to show that some of the best parts of this game, relative to what we have, I must stress, are when you're not really in control.
Yes.
It means you can take a breather.
Gotta be careful
The
not to
stressful
fall off
ones.
here. Yes.
I can't believe I'm waiting until now to say this, but both the Kingdom Valley's tracks might just be a couple, like, some of my favorite songs in the game. They really do fit the area, the area and aesthetic here.
Huh. That's a
Alright. Amidst some slowdown there, we're finally at the, at the Mach Speed section. You can tap RT on Mark. Oh, Red Guy 834. I just now saw you in the chat. My apologies. Yeah, you can tap right trigger on markers instead of holding it. It's good to know. Also, I just noticed that rainbow back. Those rainbows right there. Don't know why I missed them before. Also, alas, if only Elise did remember that, you know, because there aren't really branching narratives in this game like in Shadow the Hedgehog. Because thing is, when you go into branching narratives, the question becomes, well, then what's canon? Oh shit! Oops. Clearly, the canon ending of Sonic 06 is Sonic running into an archway. No. That's kind of what his career was at this point in time. Was like at this point in time. Breakdance into the ether. Yeah, so based on my progression here, I'm still right on track to finish Sonic's story before 6:30. That's good to know. And I'll be attempting one of the very hard missions in the act trial, as I said before. But yeah, can you imagine something like this in Generations style graphics and boost gameplay? That'd be awesome. It is a cool idea. And ironically, despite being the last of the Mach Speed sections that we get in Sonic's story, you can consider it the easiest. Because there isn't a whole lot to avoid here. All things considered. That was a close one. compared to what we just did earlier in the level, that Sonic is literally frozen in place except for his quills.
No problem.
Kinda creepy considering literally every other level he seems to be like gyrating in place a bit at the end. Not gyrating, but you know, at least have some, like, some consistent movement. Here he's just, it's like he took the goddamn mannequin challenge. And only the wind is really failing him in that particular moment. Not so much his nerves, you know?
Huh? The engines are malfunctioning. And what's this? Stop all engines, now! Why is this happening?
You're just making it worse by slamming it like
We're
that.
about to crash!
So yeah, here's a major fucking plot hole. So, it's stated that if Elise cries, Iblis is gonna be awakened from within her, right? Also, love those pixelated clouds. So we never really find out what happens if she dies. Iblis doesn't awaken from her. So does he just go to the afterlife with her in that case? I mean, other than, you know, the kingdom being without a princess, this really makes no goddamn sense. I don't know. Again, they don't really go deep into it.
Wait,
Ironic because this story
There's still
is
a way
so
to change
far up
things.
its own ass. They don't go deep into the things that need to be
if
delved
we return
into,
to an earlier point in time, we'll be
given
able to save
what
her.
happens. This could have been very different had the story gone in
I
a different
understand.
direction, obviously. Also, yeah, for some reason Blaze is here. She and Sonic don't interact at all, which, given how this game just sort of retcons her origin story from Rush, it's probably for the best. This story is just a fucking
Silver.
mess,
I could handle this
no matter
myself.
how you slice it.
Besides, you got
Shadows
somewhere
is
to
pretty
go,
well
right?
done, but the main overarching
You.
story is just, ugh.
I'll make sure to change Elise's fate. And that in turn should change your future too. Thank you, Silver. Yeah. Just save her.
So yeah, nowhere in this game do they ever mention the possibility of multiverse theory. They just talk about changing, like, the overall course of time. Alrighty. Now let's, first things first, let's go back and find the shop and see if we have any of the other gem upgrades unlocked. Because if we do, that means cheesing Aquatic Base will be really fucking easy at points.
Hey.
Alright, looks like we got white, sky, yellow, and purple. Got enough for, wait, 18,000. We've got enough for the sky. Wait. Okay. Gun drive. Why is it called gun drive? Enables you to throw a gem and teleport to that location. That's the. Homing smash. Stop in midair and do a homing smash attack. Alright. Check the nearby rings. I say we get gun drive and purple gem. Or the sky gem and the purple gem. Because those seem the most broken. Alright. Wait a minute. I've got to figure out how exactly the control in this works. Okay, you gotta basically push it again right after throwing it, I think. What the fuck? Alright. There we go. Yeah, I believe this is the part actually where we gotta ring all 3 bells or something like that. And we gotta do it in a time limit. Fuck. Except for if we fall in the water. I believe, yeah, the purple gem, this is the one that lets us change Sonic's size, run really fast, and, or yeah, we're automatically moving super duper fast, and we get infinite jumps. This breaks the game in half, as you can no doubt tell. Though there is some slight delay on the jumps, I noticed. So you gotta keep that in mind. Alright. So we got our second bell over here, I believe. Now, I forget where the third one is. Man, it's a bad slowdown from these gems. I notice. Is it just the 2 bells? I don't actually know. Got one up there, it looks like, actually. I might have actually wasted too much time on... Yeah. So let's actually wait. Because I know I already wasted too much time on this one. You gotta have them all ringing at once, is is the thing. Then once you do that, the way to Aquatic Base opens. Alright. Strike one. Close call. Here we are. I am homing attack in the belt. There we go. Yeah, hopefully we're not here forever. Wait. Oh, I did do it. I did do it right. I didn't... There wasn't a notification, but alright. Final level of Sonic's campaign, I should stress. More dropped frames. I mean, we're still at 0%. Still not a good look, though.
The battleship will take off any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's hurry! Yeah.
Yeah, those are no threat. Screw you. I was nowhere near that rainbow ring, but alright.
This used to be a Soliana laboratory. It looks like it was really advanced.
Oops. Did not mean to do that.
This used to be a Soliana laboratory. It looks like it was really advanced.
I swear I touched one of those lasers, but I'm not complaining. Ay, ay, ay. So glad we have this now. Means we can be done with this last level that much quicker.
Sonic, this mysterious ball has a slow magnetic force.
Also, no clue why this base is purposed both as it has a dual purpose. It's Eggman's base of operations in the present day, but in the past, it's where the Soliana researchers did their experiments on Solaris and shit. I mean, it's a neat parallel, I guess, but makes you wonder when in time did Eggman take this over. Hey, ball puzzles.
I'll be able to...
Be careful not to fall.
Can't touch any of these lasers or it's kaput. And yeah, this is another section you can cheese with the purple gem, but I figured to show to show this off since it's unique. Yeah, if you could help Sonic, that'd be awesome. If you had like Sonic Heroes SKI and you like homing attack these guys. You're just standing there doing nothing. It's even more aggravating during some of the boss fights, particularly Shadow's final one. The characters just walk along and they don't do anything. Nothing zilch nada to help you. Now, can we fly over this? Yeah. Yeah, fuck your laser gates. Or no, we've gotta... Yeah, we gotta throw a switch. Bye-bye. Yeah, I got no choice but to fight these guys. It's weird not having, like, inverted aiming. Or, I guess... Fuck! Oops. Alright. It's weird the, like, up is actually up, you know? What? That hit you? Okay, I'm missing him by just that much. There we go.
Okay, that's the switch. Just wait, Sonic.
I feel like you were supposed to say something there. I didn't hear anything coming out of your mouth, though. Your mouth didn't even move. Wait a minute. Where exactly am I headed here? Obviously not there.
Yes! When the door opens, it activates the robots. Tails, Knuckles, be careful. Piece of cake. No sweat.
There we go. Here. I mean, glitchiness aside, this level is like pretty straight to the point. Like I'm having a better time here than I was in places like Crisis City. So it's not ending on like a super terrible note. In terms of levels anyway for Sonic. Yeah, once you enter the loop, you're basically just... Yeah, you're stuck on this plane. There was no way for me to go right to collect those rings there. pink gem or purple gem time. Okay.
Passing area 2. Area shutdown system activated.
Gives me flashbacks to Gun Fortress and Shadow the Hedgehog with the rapidly closing doors in that level. The balls in here serve no other purpose than to get in your way for the homing attack. Or I guess to yeah, I guess to get upwards onto this ledge. Help you in doing that. But no, fuck them. Purple gem. Alright, second time playing as Knuckles the whole game. Gimp glide and all. Punches ain't connecting. Alright, there we go. Like, my god. Drops like a fucking rock.
Knuckles, thanks. All right.
Thankfully, we don't have to play as them for very long.
Intruder passing area 3. Intruder passing area 3.
Yeah, I was like, that better not be unreachable. If nothing else, I do appreciate how when yeah, obviously holding different directions with your homing attack, you can essentially multitask in defeating enemies.
No sweat.
Area shutdown
Handy
system
to do that.
activated.
Shit. Oops. What the? Blending in with the wall. Yeah, this is good level design. Ain't repetitive at all.
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go. Final boss.
Just
For
made
Sonic.
it.
Thrust Increasing engine output at maximum. Course plotted. Gate open. Lifting off.
I was gonna say the music almost lets you pretend you're in Smash Brothers Brawl for a moment, because it resembles the theme of the version of his world that played during the early trailers for this game, and that's included as an instrumental song for Green Hill Zone in Brawl.
This ship is about to crash. Too bad, Eggman.
I'm not finished yet.
Just fade out from that. That's literally the only setup we have for this
You
upcoming
keep
boss.
getting in my
Suddenly
way,
he's up
you
here.
pesky little hedgehog. Very well.
Couldn't have like a
I'll take you
transition
on
of him like
myself.
flying up to it. With like say a jetpack or something. I like the one he had in CD actually. That would have been a nice callback.
Right back at you. I'll finish this here.
Here I come, Sonic.
That's right. For this boss, you're wanting to fly it. You're wanting to jump onto him and fly him into debris. That's basically it. Aside from the times that he once again pays homage to the egg viper. And again, just like that boss, he's destroying platforms.
Here I come, Sonic.
Come on. You only have control over him for a short time. Except the control on this thing is unwieldy as fuck. Easily telegraphed.
Here I come, Sonic.
Oh, oops. It was too early that time. Oh, my ring's just falling into the abyss.
As long as that canopy is protecting the cockpit, it'll be hard to attack Eggman directly.
Alright, let's do this the correct way this time. There we go. That was complete luck, by the way. Isn't really that hard of a boss, just unwieldy, especially in those parts where you take control of the ship. Oops.
Take this.
Okay. Sweet.
Hey, Eggman, what's the matter?
You, I'm just getting started.
So yeah, like Sonic said, we can attack the cockpit directly now. And that's when he's gonna be like, see if you can make it through here.
Can you avoid this, Sonic?
I sure can.
Can you make it here?
There's robots coming from the cockpit. If I...
Except there's even less stuff to homing attack than the Egg Viper. That just shows how far down he's fallen in this game. From grace, from entertainment to everything basically. Oh, and fashion sets too, because my god.
Can you avoid this, Sonic?
Yes, I can.
Can you make it here? Do it! You little... Fall!
No, you. Oops. Didn't mean to reset the camera there. Oh, I haven't been able to avoid those.
Can you avoid this?
I'll give him that. Those lasers have pretty good aim.
Make it here? Do it!
This is it, Eggman. Prepare for another defeat.
I won't go down like this.
Okay, we only got the one platform now.
Sonic, watch out! He's still trying something!
Here I come,
We gotta fly him into one last piece of debris, it looks like. Or no, just do that. Bada bing, bada boom, letdown.
I can't believe this.
The bounce is the icing on the cake. Sonic episode cleared. We are 1/3 done. Or 1/4 done, I should say, with this atrocity.
That was incredible.
Was it though? Music from Sonic episodes now available.
Sonic!
Also, I swear with the FMVs,
You have time to worry?
I swear they're not supposed to run at this low of a frame rate. That might just be the game tanking, but I'm used to seeing them in like higher frame rates on YouTube. Then again, I could just be remembering wrong. It's a fucking miracle you survived that. On 3.
Nice,
Nice smile. Alright, and that's Sonic's campaign in Sonic 06 completely done. Yep, Lacey Chabert, like I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Also, I remember these credits take like an ungodly amount of time. Well, not an ungodly. They're not Sonic Colors credits, I'll tell you that much. But given that we'll have to sit through these for... Oh, wait. You can skip it. Yeah, I was going to say, given that you have to sit... You get, like, 4 credit sequences. Yeah, Sonic Progress 100%. I'll save, like, the... I'll save us watching the credits until we beat the last story. Obviously, that's not for a long time. But, yeah. I'll also get to fixing the date and time on this thing. Yeah, it is 4:43 right now. Come back at 9 p.m. Central tonight, and here at twitch.tv/JinzoFighter, I'll be finishing up Yoshi's Island finally. I almost said Yoshi's Story. Alrighty, catch you then.